Back to being the rookie, you wander along to the next beacon. This one is a demolished sniper rifle hanging on a wire. I have a hunch who I'm going to be next.
Hey, rookie, you out there? Respond, that's an order.
Give it up, Gunny. Even if he ain't dead, he's lost in that soup. Our comms can't cut through that.
Oh, give up, huh? What if it were you down there?
Just saying. I ain't dead.
You're a piece of work, Romeo.
It's about time somebody tried to call the rookie. Just then, Dutch and Mickey show up with your ride.
Head cheese on your 6! Hit the deck!
We're losing her! Watch out!
Ah! Mickey, Dutch! Status! Alive or dead, we're pulling them out. You hear me?
So now it's a rescue mission. We seem to say that a lot. Head back in and start looking for a way to get to wherever the Pelican went down.
Thanks for picking such a tall building. I'm really digging all these stairs.
Do you ever get tired of bitching, Romeo?
You ever get tired of busting my balls?
Point taken.
You do the usual stuff for a while. The most interesting part is the achievement you work toward by getting headshots with your sniper rifle. It's called Dome Inspector. That's the best you could come up with? How about Head Honcho? Go to the head of the class. Beanball. Noggin Rockin'. Or just headshots. Dome Inspector? But I thought that was for the sniper rifle. I guess it's just headshots in general. And as much as I like achievements like that, I decided to see if I could do some wing shooting on this thing's jetpack.
I found him!
Beyond that, you battle to a place where you can see their markers, and getting there should be a breeze. As in, a stiff breeze will blow us off this thing.
Banshees!
Let's get the hell off this thing!
And of course there's a battle going over there, so we'd better go get in the middle of it. I found something called a missile pod. I don't know what it fell off of, but it came in handy. I'll take 10. Have somebody put them in my car. This is an amazing fight. It seems to go on forever with who knows how many Banshees, Phantoms dropping more and more troops, and all the rest. There's plenty of firepower to deal with them, including a nice mounted turret. But sometimes all you need is for the other guy to be having a really bad day. I think your jetpack is defective, dude. One last Phantom drops one last enemy, and that plays out in the cutscene.
Get this thing off of me!
How bad? Not good.
We're gonna get you out of here. Not by air, we're not.
So now the rookie knows that Romeo is badly injured because messing with the barrel of the rifle told him so. The next beacon is an empty gel foam container that Buck used to try and stop Romeo's bleeding. With that, we become Buck again. And according to the achievements, we have now unraveled the mystery. Okay. As Buck, you lead your team off to try and commandeer a Phantom to get out of here.
Cabin secure. Flight controls read green across the board. Well, purple. But she's good to go. Irving,
Okay, I'll grab a Banshee. You go get Dutch and Romeo.
On my way.
So off you go, running interference for the Phantom and taking out other Banshees, ground forces, wraiths, and those flying squid things, whatever they are. Sometimes you have to get out of your Banshee and hit a door switch, which is SOP for Halo games. In one building, we found a Phantom at a fueling station. What happens when you shoot that? Okay, that was impressive. You might have noticed that the Banshee is hovering much better than it did in Halo 2, which is to say, it hovers. At least for a little while. It's better than it was, let's put it that way. And if it takes too much damage, no worries. There are several extras along the way, so if you run out, you're worse at games than I am. Hint, that's not a good thing. But now I had another problem. I couldn't find a way out. I literally wandered around for an hour trying to figure out where to go next. I finally ran off to GameFAQs and discovered I had pretty well screwed myself. Turns out I wasn't supposed to destroy the Phantom quite yet. Destroying the fueling station convinces it to bug out of there, and it opens the door. For all the good it did him, but it's the key to everything for us, because if it doesn't open the door, we ain't going nowhere. I had to go clear back to the beginning of the mission, fight our way to the Phantom and the Banshee and all the rest. It was the only way I could continue. I'm not sure what I think about that. I haven't encountered too many total dead ends like this. Make a mistake, no way out but restart. On the one hand, I can see why it's that way. Actions have consequences, and if you do the puzzle out of sequence, the picture comes out wrong and you have to pull the pieces out and start over. I get it. But this isn't a jigsaw puzzle, it's a Halo game. There should be some kind of out where if you destroy the Phantom too soon, you have to get out and do another override switch. We've got those things coming out our ears in this level. What's one more? But if you do the destruction in the right sequence, you don't have to get out of your Banshee, and that's your reward for figuring it out. Why not do something like that? Points off for not giving me a Captain Kirk type cheat to get out of the mess I put myself in. There's another fueling station on the other side of this door. I have no idea what just happened. It looked like my Banshee drowned? How? And in what? All I saw around me was air. I don't know. I finally started going way high, which was actually good because there were bad guys on every freaking level of every freaking building in the area, and about 2/3 of them had fuel rod cannons. My speakers spent a lot of time going kaboom during this section. Naturally, the next override doesn't work, so you have to go in on foot and figure out what to do next. Translation, huge firefight coming up. Okay, maybe huge is a bit of an overstatement, at least as long as the beam rifle ammo holds out. Fortunately, there's a box with 2 fully charged ones right there at your end of the room, so you can have some fun picking off Covenant as they try to come at you. Or you can take closer range weapons and go take them on face to face. Your choice, which are 2 words I always like to say. Once the enemy is out of the way, you look for a generator of some kind to open the door.
I bet there's a generator right here. Let me place a beacon.
Translation? You took too long. Get on with the game, dummy. I mean, geez, we don't have all day. Actually, we do. Back in our Banshee and through the doors to see what's next. Let's see, what Covenant stuff hasn't tried to blow us up yet? A scarab. How silly of me not to have noticed. And in true game fashion, it only has eyes, or whatever, for me. Time to hop out and take cover. Rolling, rolling, rolling. What am I supposed to do? Evade or destroy? I can evade this thing? Don't just sit there, tell me how.
How? 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 How?
Oh, ha, ha.
I don't actually know if it's possible or how to do it if it is, because since I was already in a Banshee and could fly right down onto it, it was just as easy to do that and destroy it. You take this one out the same way you take them out in Halo 3, go around the back and shoot the power core, then run like a maniac.
Hoorah, Gunny! Let it burn! Head into the tunnel before another one shows up.
Yeah, because they're sneaky that way. There could be another one right behind you and you'd never know it until it was too late. Who wrote this dialogue? Through the next door, you come upon a whole bunch of those squid-producing pod thingies. We still have no idea what they are, but they're outlined in red, which means they're targets. So here goes. I have got to try that one of these days. Science, hurry up and build that anti-gravity dealy-bob. I'm not getting any younger, you know. On the Phantom, Buck has a revelation.
Look at those tunnels. Ones that aren't flooded are probably packed with buggers. Hell, I wouldn't go down there even if you ordered me to.
Come on, Veronica. What could be more important than that carrier?
My orders. And Buck, call me Captain.
Mickey, turn around. Find a safe place to set us down.
What? Why?
I lost something.
Now I know where to find her.
Yeah, you lost her, but here's another question. Anybody remember the Rookie? Why aren't you going back to look for him? Speaking of whom,
Can anyone hear me? This is Captain Veronica Dare. My beacon is active. Need immediate assistance. Someone, please respond.
so now that his psychic analysis of that canister told him that the other guy is left without him, he's off to try and rescue Veronica. I mean the Captain. Except that in the cutscene he had an SMG, not a sniper rifle. We won't talk about that. The mission screen says to locate an underground entrance to look for Captain Dare, so you head out following yet another beacon. Did I really just kill a hunter with a single face shot? I must be getting better. Of course, it helps when they stand there and say, "Look at me, I'm a target." Once you clear the area out, you locate the door and head down. That's not exactly the kind of down I was expecting. At the bottom, the Captain comes on again and says she's surrounded and low on ammo on sub-level 9. You're on 7. Let's get going. You meet a few Covenant patrols, really just enough to make Irving's law work right. Follow the bad guys and you come to this guy. We heard him talking to somebody named Virgil, and that's a name we heard in some of those recordings up topside. So who is he? And why do I care?
Thanks, Trooper. They almost had me. Been trying to get down to the next level checking my team, but this stack is locked down tight. Hey.
Welcome. Access granted.
Guess you have the magic touch.
Sure. Why are you up here while your team is down there? No time to explore that now. We have a captain to rescue. As the two of you descend, resistance increases. I think these brutes are angry because we interrupted them while they were trying to write a rap song. Hey, you can use that, no charge. Who's next?
Let him have it! Ouch. Watch it! Careful, buddy!
Somewhere back there, this guy told you he's NMPD. I certainly feel safer knowing that.
You're going down to level 9 too. Huh. Guess I could use some backup.
Yes, that's exactly why I'm here, to back you up. This guy is annoying as hell and you can't get rid of him.
You hear that? Buggers! Down on your level! Oh no! They're up here too! Coming out of the damn fence! Get back! No! Ah!
But apparently the drones can. Okay then. You get down to the bottom and find the captain.
It's you. I thought... Never mind. What was your name again?
How do you spell that? Excuse me, Captain, haven't you seen his heads-up display? His name is Rookie. It says so right there on the screen. She brings you inside and we finally learn what her mysterious mission is.
Some idiots blew the building at the top of the shaft. Woke the whole hive. Down there? That's the superintendent. The AI that runs every system in the city. My mission, our mission, is to secure the superintendent's data. Problem is, there's only one way in from here. Right through the hive.
Hive of what?
Elevator up. Next stop.
Oh, so we're going through a bugger hive. And why would there be one here? And considering we've run into several buggers, wouldn't they have alerted the hive so we're walking into a Butch and Sundance type ambush? Well, yeah, that's pretty much how it plays out. Wave after wave of drones come at you while you make your way through this place. On the other side, you find some brutes trying to break through the last door. One has an awesome weapon. Need I say more?
You do know your stuff.
Of course I do, I'm the player, duh. Through the last door we find... Sorry, that was mean. We find...
Don't shoot! We've seen them before on other ops, but we've never gotten this close. Best we can tell, they're prisoners or slaves. Either way, they don't like the Covenant any more than we do.
Well, now I feel just great about all the ones I killed. Thanks for nothing.
I spotted this one in the tunnels. Watched it access comm lines, security cameras, traffic controls, you name it. Eventually it'd hold up here. Oni calls them engineers. Believes they're some sort of biological supercomputers. If I'm right, this one has taken the superintendent's data and combined it with its own. Everything we want to know about the Covenant, what they're looking for under the city, is right in here.
So where's the USB port so we can get the data back?
Damn! Buggers must have raised the alarm. Buck!
Veronica? Where the hell are you?
Data center, but we're coming out.
We?
No time to explain, but do not, I repeat, do not shoot anything pink.
Oh, nice move, Captain. Now all the Covenant are gonna put on pink jumpsuits so we can't shoot them.
Whatever you say, just come on!
Those brutes are here for the engineer. They'll kill it if they get the chance. You. Stay behind me. Okay?
So we need to clear a path to Buck and keep the engineer safe.
Down there!
Excuse me, Virgil, engineer, whatever. What did Veronica tell you?
You. Stay behind me.
You didn't do that, did you? Now I have to endure repeated on-screen messages that the engineer is hurt. And none of that would have happened if you had just done what your mama told you. Shame, shame, shame on you. It makes the fight that much harder, but you do get through and come to another door.
Door's locked. Damn.
Don't worry, we have a key.
Virgil goes to work on the door. The job takes just long enough for a round of dialogue.
I've seen hundreds of these things today. Why is this one so important?
This engineer knows what the Covenant's after. If I could safely capture more of them, I would. What they know could win the war.
Oh.
You haven't killed any of them, have you?
No. Well, maybe one or two.
Nice work.
How was I supposed to know?
He has a valid point. If she had told him all this from the beginning, but we already know there's more to their animosity than that, so let's just let the drama build.
Kind of reminds me of like... What was that for?
Abandoning the mission.
What mission? You dropped off the grid. My squad was scattered. And that?
For coming back.
Everybody suddenly notices the rookie standing there and the drama is over. Let the embarrassment begin. It's pretty well done, really, and it had me chuckling a couple of times. But this made me chuckle even more. What's wrong with this picture?
Buck, that turret has us pinned. We can't advance.
Eventually, the turret stopped pinning them down by just sitting there and looking intimidating and actually started firing. But rather than destroying the tower, I managed to take out the gunners and leave the equipment intact. That came in handy later. That grunt was sitting there on that turret the whole time and it did zilch. Not a thing. Didn't even flinch when I walked over to it. Do I really need to comment on that? One more time, Virgil. What did Captain Veronica tell you?
You. Stay behind me.
You don't listen very well, do you? Does someone need a timeout? Lucky for him, the elevator is right there and we take it up to the highway. But there's a surprise waiting.
When did this happen?
They started showing up right before I went underground.
And you waited until now to tell me that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was a little busy making sure perfume over here didn't take around and blow us all up.
Eddie Buck. Always thinking with his gun. You haven't changed one bit.
These two just need to have sex right there in front of the rookie and Virgil and God and anybody else and get it over with.
Me? What about you? Oh, so full of big Oni secrets. Couldn't even give a guy a yes or no answer.
That's not fair.
Oh, you got that right.
I never thought I'd see you again.
Yeah? Well, here I am.
We need to move, now.
Never fails. There's always a ship dropping out of hyperspace on your doorstep to ruin the moment.
Were you too busy to plan our exit?
I stole a Phantom, yes, thank you. I hid it in the shipyards down the highway. But I only have room for two, so that thing's gonna have to sit on your lap.
The engineer. Where did it go?
Did that thing really just...
Keep me covered. And try to keep up.
Take my advice, rookie. You ever fall for a woman? Make sure she's got balls.
So Buck is gay now? With the captain and Tennille driving that armored vehicle and us running interference with a warthog, we battled past all kinds of Covenant. The Jackals are in teams of 3 today, and they're experimenting with a new battle formation.
I hope that didn't scrape my undercarriage.
Works for me. Not so much for them. But I'm the hero, so that's okay.
Whoa! What just happened?
I think the engineer found a way to extend its shield. Send a current to the outer plating. I don't know how strong the shields are, so stay close.
Don't worry, we got you covered.
There's that timing problem again. The dialogue is supposed to happen when the other vehicle starts glowing, but it's supposed to happen when you're close enough for the glow to reach around your warthog. I was doing some mopping up behind us and didn't cross the plane at the same time that they did, so that dialogue sounds pretty absurd. Especially when you hear, "Stay close and we've got you covered," while the warthog is flipping over. Maybe some programmers should look into that. Further on, you switch to a warthog with a Gauss gun. What's that do? Good enough. This should be fun.
You're going down. Well, you call that.
What idiot gave that octopus a driver's license? Fortunately, once again, warthogs are indestructible. I was able to get in and drive it again with no problems, just as soon as I found it. Further on, you switch to a tank, which is always fun. And this particular tank sequence lasts a nice long time. But you notice a huge Covenant cruiser above an area of the city and is charging up its excavation beams or whatever they are. But they're nowhere near Truth's dig site. What's going on?
No! They're gonna burn this city and then glass the whole planet! Covenant bastards! It's just like Reach all over again!
Made it out of there. Make it out of here. We can do this stuff.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
So now what do we do?
Mickey, you read me? Change your plans. You're coming to us.
Sky's kind of crowded, Gunny.
There's no other way. Covenant just waits at the highway. We're gonna keep rolling as far as we can. Get airborne, fly the Phantom to my beacon.
Understood.
Whatever you do, stay clear of that carrier.
As plans go, I've heard worse. Plus, other options are a bit limited right now. But about that time, along came a spider.
We're going too fast. I can't stop.
Sarah! Keep it steady. Veronica, come to me.
Asset. It's all right.
Through the alien, what about you?
Okay, but this garbage truck's had it.
That's a garbage truck? Why does a garbage truck need snowcat-style treads like that? No matter, it's trashed. Time to hole up in a building while our buddies come to get us.
Veronica, wait here. Rookie, let's secure that building.
Okay, let's go. Buck? This way?
Go with Buck, Trooper. We'll be okay.
I'd love to, Captain, but he's not doing anything. Yo, Buck, wake up! That's better. So far, so good. No resistance.
Trooper, Buck needs your help to secure the LZ. Go.
That's where I am. Hello, Captain. These dialogue bugs are getting worse and worse. But now it's last stand time, holding off the Covenant until Mickey comes to get us. Why are we doing this out here on the porch where we're exposed from above when we could be inside with better cover and a nice kill zone in the doorway? Because you can't get air like that inside. He'd smash right through the ceiling and you'd have a nice mess. Moving on. Of course, that's not the end of it. More phantoms come along because we're getting close to the end of the game and they know it. This is a great battle and really puts a good cap on the game. It mostly makes up for the glitches, the boring levels, and all the rest. Your phantom shows up and you get your special guest on board.
That thing safe?
Long as it don't get hit.
Come on! Damn it! Move!
Oh, nuts.
It's a Covenant ship. The Covenant have been keeping those things slaves or prisoners or whatever. Can you blame it for not wanting to go?
What can I say? It was a hell of a night.
Well, I guess that wraps it up. Roll the credits.
Easy does it.
We went through hell for that?
Give him some meds, would you? It's important. It knows things.
Heck, honey. I wasn't talking about the alien.
Mickey, I'm sending you a very special co-pilot.
Oh, come on! I don't want one of those things in here.
It won't bite, and unlike you, it knows what to tell those cruisers to keep them off our tail.
And it doesn't talk so much.
I think they're too busy to care. Looks like they found what they're looking for.
What about you? What about us?
Oh, right. Gotta finish the drama.
Win this war? Then ask me that again.
Or not. If I had to describe this game with one word, I think the most appropriate word would be slow. It has its moments and that final battle is nice, but overall the pacing is just dull. There are huge stretches where you do nothing but wander around from one place to another, often without even any bad guys to follow. The engineers could have had potential, but it's never realized or even explored, and they are never seen or heard from again. So they end up being nothing but a MacGuffin for Veronica's mystery mission. It takes way too long to sort out what's going on, and most of the time it's just busy work going after those beacons and supposedly piecing together what happened to the team. And in the end it's all pointless anyway because the rookie doesn't reunite with his squad until the very end after they've all assembled and he's linked up with Veronica. So we could have done the whole story without all that rookie beacon stuff and just gone from one character to the other telling the story. In other words, the rookie segments are nothing but padding, and woefully boring padding at that. I can't help wondering if that has something to do with the controversy surrounding this thing's release. As you probably know, it was billed as an add-on to the main Halo games, but when it came out, they decided to charge full price for it. Now granted, it's got the length of the average full-price game, but that's not how it was marketed, and a lot of people felt cheated. Is it possible that somebody decided to throw in these transition levels with the rookie so they could make the game longer and charge more? Honestly, nothing would surprise me. I don't know if that's what happened or not, but I do know I would really prefer the game without those parts. Overall, it's really not a bad game, but I can't honestly say it has any real replay value for me because I just don't care about these people. I don't get to know any of them well enough to be invested in their well-being, and the little soap opera between Buck and Veronica is the sort of thing that's been done to death. All in all, it's just a half-assed effort. It doesn't advance the Halo story at all, but as an add-on it's not necessarily supposed to. But it really doesn't work as an add-on either because what's happening here is so convoluted and its relationship to the main story is so vague, it feels more like its own little corner of the world that really doesn't have anything to do with the main story. If it was a better game, I wouldn't mind that, but it's not. So it goes back on the shelf, probably not to see the light of my console's laser again for a very long time. I'm Irving and I have no life, just like you.
Well, finally, Irving got 3 slugs in the belly. It was right outside the Frontier Deli. He was sitting there twirling his gun around, and Butterfingers Irving gunned himself down. Irving. Big fat Irving. Big dum-dum Irving. Big dum-dum dead Irving. The 142nd fastest gun in the West. Really?
So the city super... Micey. That pistol is great for pumping. Pumping? I have any idea whether it's near anything. I ran out of air.